504, absolutely essential words, unit 34.
Right.
Okay, so yes, please, what is the first word?
The first word is candidate. It means person who is proposed for some office or honor.
Okay, and here office means?
Office means a job, let's say.
Yes, a very important job or position with power.
Exactly.
Like presidency.
Right.
Okay, so it doesn't refer to a building or actually the main or most used in the meaning of office.
Right. Okay, and sentence A. We can have a maximum of 4 candidates for the office of president.
Yeah. Usually there are 4 candidates and people just vote on them and the president actually is elected.
Right.
They go through elections. Okay?
Okay, sentence B. Each candidate for mayor seemed confident he would be victorious.
Each candidate for mayor seemed confident he would be victorious. It means he would just win the competition.
Right. Yeah.
Because there is a competition here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, sentence C. The candidate took every precaution to avoid mentioning his opponents by name.
Yeah, the candidate took every precaution means was really careful.
Yeah, to prevent something from happening.
Yes, to avoid mentioning his opponent by name. Opponent,
someone who wants to try to defeat
defeat you.
Yeah.
Competitor.
Yeah.
You see, and rival. So a rival is a very good synonym for that.
Okay. Number 2, precede. It means go before, come before, be higher in rank or importance.
Okay, do you know the exact opposite of that? Precede as a verb?
No, I don't know.
Follow.
Got it.
Follow means to go after, to come after. Precede means to go before, to come before.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, sentence A. Lyndon Johnson preceded Richard Nixon as president. Okay, sentence B. In a gallant gesture, Ronnie allowed Amanda's name to precede his in the program listing.
In a gallant gesture, Ronnie allowed Amanda's name to precede his in the program listing. So his refers to?
I didn't know because I wanted to ask you about his here. His it should be refers to Amanda's name.
No.
Or Ronnie allowed
It
Amanda's
refers
name.
to Ronnie's name.
Okay, Ronnie's name.
Yeah, Ronnie allowed Amanda's name to precede his. His means
his name, right?
Ronnie's name. For example, this is mine. It means this book is mine. It means that this book is for me. This is my book. Or this book is his. It means that this is his book. Or this book is hers.
So can we remove, for example, a noun after his?
It's not a possessive adjective.
Okay, got it.
It's a reflective adjective. You know, it shows possession plus and also plus the object. You can use it when you already just talk about that object, and we have already talked about the object, and the object or the, let's say, antecedent is Ronnie's name.
Right.
So you cannot use it in any context. Because otherwise it would be
ambiguous. Ambiguous
means unclear.
Okay.
So first you need to explain about something, and then actually you can refer to that again in future. So if there is nothing, if there is no reference, you cannot refer to it later on.
Right. Got it. Okay, and sentence C. A prominent speaker preceded the ceremony of the granting of the diplomas. Diplomas.
Yeah. A prominent speaker preceded the ceremony of the granting of the diplomas. Prominent?
Famous, important.
Yeah. Famous, important, and marked. Speaker preceded, came before the ceremony, or a kind of maybe actually celebration, or it could be the granting of the diploma. So they were about to just give the certificates to the graduates.
Right.
Yeah, I would say graduates celebration or ceremony. Grant means?
Grant, give or appoint someone to something.
Yeah, give, hand over.
Right.
So, please.
Okay, number 3, adolescent.
It means
adolescent, okay. It means growing up to manhood or womanhood, youthful, a person from about 13 to 20 years of age. 22, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's almost the same as teenager. Yeah, almost the same. But teenager actually is below the age of 20.
Got it.
You see, it comes before youth, your youthfulness, being young.
Yeah.
Okay, and the noun form is, another noun is adolescence.
Adolescence.
Okay.
Okay, sentence A. In his adolescent years, the candidate claimed he had undergone many hardships.
Okay, in his adolescent years, the candidate claimed he had undergone many hardships. When you undergo hardships, it means?
Undergo hardships, it means that you are, as a matter of fact, you are in a poor condition and in difficult situation.
Yeah, undergo, it means actually you experience, you go through, you experience a lot of difficulties. As you said, you are in poor conditions. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, sentence B. There is a fiction abroad that every adolescent is opposed to tradition.
Tradition. There's a fiction abroad. Fiction?
Fiction, it's a story about imaginary people or...
usually untrue story.
Untrue.
Or unreal.
Yeah.
Abroad, that every adolescent is opposed to tradition. So what is wrong with any adolescent?
Actually, they don't want to accept that tradition is right. Yeah,
there are mavericks or non-conformist or disobedient to the norms of the society, social norms of the society.
Yeah.
Correct. Usually adolescents have this attribute or characteristics. They are somehow they just want to fight against everything or break the rules,
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So,
sentence C. Our annual rock festival attracts thousands of adolescents.
Our annual rock festival attracts thousands of adolescents. A rock festival?
It's about music and concerts.
Yeah. We have also pop festivals and So you generally for rock festivals, actually they are so, or let's say adolescents are so attracted to them, to rock festivals, and because there is so much thrill, zeal, and excitement in these festivals, and they attract or call the attention of the adolescents.
Right.
What is your favorite genre of music? Do you have
pop?
Pop?
Yeah. Okay, number 4, CoEducational. It means having to do with educating both sexes in the same school. Sentence A. There has been a massive shift to coeducational schools.
There has been a massive shift or change. Here shift means change to coeducational schools.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Okay, sentence B. Coeducational institutions once thought to have a disruptive effect have been found to be beneficial.
Coeducational institutions means institutions,
some places that's they teach students.
Academic organizations,
right,
or academies.
Okay, sentence C. In choosing a college, Ned leans towards schools which are coeducational.
In choosing a college, Ned leans towards schools which are coeducational as opposed to segregated. So he tends to participate in academic institutions that are coeducational. And lean toward means
to move or bend toward.
Does it make sense here? It doesn't make sense. Bend to school?
She prefer, can we say?
Yes, very good. Yeah. So to have a preference, to prefer to tend to show a tendency for,
right?
Something. Yeah. Okay.
Got it. Number 5, radical. It means going to the root, fundamental, extreme, person with extreme opinions.
Yes. It has several meanings, as you can see. Radical, rad in Latin means root, so that's why we have eradicate. It means obliterate, it means eliminate. Eradicate means eliminate, because it has eradicate. So rad means root. So radical, from another perspective, means too extreme, or let's say excessive. And also as a noun, it refers to a person who holds some extreme ideas.
Sentence A. The tendency to be vicious and cruel is a radical fault.
The tendency or propensity or willingness to be vicious and cruel and, let's say, evil is a radical fault. Is a big mistake.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sentence B. We observe that the interest in radical views is beginning to subside. Beginning.
We observe that the interest in radical views is beginning to subside. Is that good news or bad news?
I think it's good news, yeah.
So that's right. We notice that, we realize that the interest in radical views or extreme or excessive or, let's say, extreme opinions is beginning to diminish and go down.
So we have radicalism, right?
Radicalism.
As a noun, radicalism.
Yeah, radicalism is the, let's say, school of thought. It means it refers to that philosophy of you know, it's a philosophy, it's an ideology.
Right.
And also radicalist is a person who has some another, let's say, form of radical as a noun. Is radicalist. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sentence C. Because Richard was a radical, the Conservative Party would not accept him as a candidate.
Conservative.
Yeah.
Because Richard was a radical. If there were a comma here, it would be much better. But anyway, the Conservative Party would not accept him as a candidate. So explain some qualifications of a Conservative Party. What kind of a party is that?
Conservative Party, it's about a political party.
Yes.
That's
further information. Conservative Party is as you said, is a political party that wants to just stick to the norms or the deep-seated, deep-rooted norms of the society, and they don't welcome any new change.
Got it.
They don't take risks at all.
Spontaneous. It means of one's own free will, natural, on the spur of the moment, without rehearsal.
Very good. Yes. Spontaneous means unplanned. Let's say unplanned, uncontrolled, and even improvised. Something that unscheduled.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And the noun form is spontaneity.
Spontaneity. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Sentence A. The vast crowd burst into spontaneous cheering at the skillful play.
It's the vast crowd burst into spontaneous cheering at the skillful play. So what is the tense of this sentence?
Let me see. Burst into. I think the past sentence.
How can you prove it?
Vast crowd burst into. Because of burst into.
Is that simple past? What is the present form of that?
I think it's a bit the same.
Yes, that's right. Burst, the same. Yeah, it is simple past tense, as you said. And it means a lot of people, a multitude or a group of people burst into spontaneous cheering. They just had a lot of happiness and fun, a bunch of laughter, for example, at the skillful play. They were watching a play.
Got it.
Spectators or viewers. Spectator means viewer. And they were enjoying it.
Right.
Okay, please.
Okay, sentence B. Be cautious with these oily rags because they can break out in a spontaneous flame.
Yes, be cautious with these oily rag means?
Rag means old cloth or old cloth.
Yes. Pieces of cloth, usually for cleaning some objects.
Right.
They can break out in spontaneous flame. Break out here means?
I don't know, but I think it means spread something. Or going out.
No, at first, before actually spreading, there is something else that should start, and that is starting or igniting. Ignite. It means to start, begin, or cause even.
Right.
Because actually, if there are a pile of or a stack of oily rags one above each other, and they are kept in a warm atmosphere, automatically they actually cause or set a fire, automatically.
Right.
And this is dangerous.
Yeah. Okay, sentence C. William's spontaneous resentment at the mention of his sister was noted by the observant teacher.
William's spontaneous resentment at the mention of his sister was noted by the observant teacher. So resentment?
Resentment means anger, a feeling of anger.
Feeling of contempt, anger, hatred is better. Hatred or dislike at the mention of his sister was noted or was realized, noticed, observed, and by the observant teacher, means careful teacher.
Right.
So whenever his sister's name was mentioned, he became hostile,
Right.
So, do you have any question so far?
No. Yeah. Seven. Scheme. It means remove from the top, move lightly over, glide along, read hastily, or carelessly.
Right. Okay.
Okay, sentence A. This soup will be more nourishing if you do not skim off the fat.
Depends. I really like to skim it, and I create or make some soup that does not have a layer of fat on top of it.
Okay, sentence B. I caught a glimpse of Mark and Marge skimming over the ice.
The ice.
Yeah, the ice.
Yes, I caught a glimpse of Mark and Marge skimming over the ice. So, when you catch a glimpse means?
It means that you look at something or someone quickly.
Very good, yes. You take a short or quick look at somebody, something.
Yeah. Okay. That it is not clear. Yeah, you cannot see clearly.
Maybe you can, but it happens to you in a blink of an eye.
Right.
So they were just sliding or gliding over the ice. Maybe hawking, I don't know.
Right.
You see. Please.
Okay. Sentence C. Detective Corby assigned to the homicide, was skimming through the victim's book of addresses.
Address. Detective Corby, assigned to the homicide, was skimming through the victim's book of addresses. So, homicide?
Homicide means the crime of murder.
Yes. Slaughter, killing, murder. Side, or here we have side, in Latin means to kill. That's why we have genocide, suicide, homicide.
Right.
Means killing.
Interesting.
Yeah, and homo actually has the same root of human. So, killing humans. Homicide means killing humans.
Right.
Killing actually man, or manslaughter. So assigned to the homicide, so the detective who was assigned to the homicide, it means that actually who was hired or employed to just solve that mysterious case of homicide. Somebody had been killed, and the detective was assigned or hired or employed to just understand or unsolve the mystery. Was skimming. Skim here means?
Searching.
No.
Was skimming through the victim's book of addresses, looking for...
reading in a hasty way. Reading hastily and carelessly.
Got it.
Yeah. Skim means when you skim a text or passage, it means that you read it very fast just to get the main idea, and you do not go into the details usually.
Yeah, right.
Your eyes are just moving over the lines.
Yeah, we have scan and skim.
Scanning, Scanning is different. What is the difference between that? You know?
I think because skim, when we skim, we read carelessly. And when we scan something, we should be careful about anything.
No, both of them actually have the same level of care or carefulness. When you skim a passage, you just read it very fast in order to get the main idea. For example, the way you read a novel. You see, you don't go into the details. You just want to see what has happened. But in scan, for example, there is a the passage is the same. You scan it in order to, for example, find the word apartment. So you just scan it in order to find that word without actually the meaning of the other parts.
I see.
This is scanning.
Yeah.
So what are we doing right now? Are we skimming or scanning?
We are scanning.
Nothing. Neither of them.
Why?
Because we do not read this passage very fast. This is not neither scanning or skimming. This is intensive reading. We just go into the details, analyze everything. Remember, skimming and scanning are both fast reading and speed reading. It's not a speed reading.
Okay. This is intensive reading, right?
Yeah, intensive. We just analyze everything. We just actually focus on that. And also we pay attention to the individual words and also to the whole meaning. So it could not be just either of them.
Got it. Okay.
Book here means victim's book of addresses.
I think it refers to the source of addresses.
Maybe actually there is a kind of yellow book in the US, and a list is could be a good synonym.
Number 8, vaccinate. It means inoculate with vaccine as a protection against smallpox and other diseases.
Inoculate with vaccine. Vaccine is British, vaccine is American.
Vaccine.
As a protection against smallpox, some viral diseases, and other diseases, bacterial diseases, chicken pox or smallpox,
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
sentence A. There has been a radical decline in polio since doctors began to vaccinate children with the Salk vaccine.
There has been a radical decline in polio since doctors began to vaccinate. This is something else. Children with the Salk vaccine. There has been. Tell me why the writer has put it in a present perfect tense.
Has been because there was two happens. That one of them was happened before another one.
This is an explanation for past perfect tense. Present perfect tense.
It's been radical. I don't know.
So there has been something in polio since, because of since. When you use since as an adverbial of time, It means that from that time till now, from that time until now, something has been happening.
Right.
And because of that, since, because of that phrase starting with since, actually we need to put it in the present perfect tense.
Right.
Since doctors began to vaccinate children with salt vaccine. So, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so please.
Okay, sentence B. The general population has accepted the need to vaccinate children against the once dreaded disease.
The general population has accepted the need to vaccinate children against the once dreaded disease. It means once threatening, once the disease that was once really threatening, life-threatening and dangerous, perilous.
Right.
See?
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
Okay. Sentence C. Numerous examples persist of people who have neglected to have their infants vaccinated.
Infants. Numerous examples persist of people who have neglected to have their infants vaccinated. This is a causative, passive causative structure. Have somebody done. It means to actually have some doctors or physicians vaccinate their infants. But this is in a passive voice.
Sure.
For example, have the ears of the child pierced. So this is another passive structure in a causative way.
Number 9, untidy. It means not neat, not in order.
Yeah, we can say unkempt. Yeah.
Unkempt.
Yes, unkempt. K-E-M-P-T.
Sentence A. The bachelor's quarters were most untidy.
Okay, the bachelor's quarters were most untidy. Here, quarters means?
Quarters means the section that's bachelors, all bachelors live there.
Yeah, neighborhood or that area, district. So, okay.
Okay, sentence B. We must start a cleanup campaign to keep the campus from being so untidy.
Yes, we must start a cleanup campaign to keep the campus from being so untidy. Campus?
Campus, the ground of a school or university.
Or college, yes.
Yeah.
That's right. So, do you know the difference between should and must?
Should and must, I suppose I know. Should, it means that it's better when you use should. For example, we say you should take this tablet. It means it's better to take this. When we use must, it's more stronger than should. You have to do this, right?
Very good, yeah. The must shows necessity, as you said, and should shows obligation, okay, or expectation. Very good. Yes.
Right. Okay. Sentence C. Finding the house in such an untidy condition baffled us. Means confused us.
Very good. Yes. Finding the house in such an untidy condition baffled us. Or confuse us. So the whole subject of this sentence is finding the house in that untidy condition. Actually, is the subject. Maybe actually their house had been broken in or burglarized. It means, for example, they come home and they see that they were actually their properties had been stolen and somebody had already broken in and
Right.
So
Okay.
everything was in a mess.
Number 10. Utensil. It means container or tool used for practical purposes. Okay. Sentence A. Several utensils were untidily tossed about the kitchen.
Yes, several utensils were untidily tossed about the kitchen. Toss here means?
Tossed here, I'm not sure what I think it means. The meaning of toss means a throw.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here means several appliances or gadgets actually were just thrown away in a disorderly way, actually throughout the kitchen. So the kitchen was in a mess, in such a mess.
Right. Okay. Sentence B.
Yes.
Edward's baggage contained all the utensils he would need on the camping trip.
Short E, yes.
Trip. Okay.
Yes. Edward's baggage contained all the utensils he would need on the camping trip. So he just packed his baggage in a way that everything was in an order, and also everything that was necessary had been packed.
Right.
See?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, please.
Okay. Sentence C. Some people are so old-fashioned that they reject the use of any modern utensil.
Yes. There are even conservative people, generally. You can say that they don't welcome any change, or even actually they are technophobia. You know, technophobia means being afraid of technology.
Oh. Yeah. Is there any person that have technophobia?
Yeah, there are many people. We have actually computer phobia. We have a lot of people who are computer phobia.
Number 11. Sensitive. It means receiving impressions readily, easily affected or influenced, easily hurt, or offended.
Or offended, yes.
Or offended.
Yeah, the opposite of sensitive?
The opposite of sensitive? I don't know.
Insensitive.
Okay.
Yes. And the noun for?
The noun for sensible?
Sensitivity. Yes.
Okay.
You had a question?
No. The synonym of this is keen, right?
From one perspective, you know, if for example your sense of a smell is so sensitive, it means it is sharp. So it could be a synonym for keen. But for example, if you are a sensitive person, you cannot say that I'm a keen person, because sensitive here means actually easily influenced, easily hurt, and keen does not mean that.
Yeah, I know. Okay, sentence A. The eye is sensitive to light.
Yes. Yeah. It means it perceives light so acutely. Okay.
Sentence B. From the experiments, we may conclude that mercury in a thermometer is sensitive to changes in temperature.
First syllable.
Temperature.
Right. From the experiment, we may conclude or come to this conclusion, or let's say deduce that mercury is a kind of metal that is very
liquid.
Sensitive.
Liquid
form in the thermometer. Thermometer is an object or instrument to grade the temperature of or measure the temperature of something. Is sensitive to changes in temperature.
Okay. Sentence C. James is sensitive about his wretched handwriting.
So is sensitive about his wretched handwriting. Wretched here means wretched handwriting means.
Wretched handwriting means it means that he didn't be satisfied about his handwriting. It's terrible and illegible.
Eligible. Very good.
Eligible. Number 12. Temperate. It means not very hot and not very cold. Moderate.
Yes, moderate. Okay.
Sentence A. The United States is mostly in the north temperate zone.
Yeah, the United States is mostly in the north temperate zone. It means neither on top nor actually at the bottom of them. In the middle. No. Okay,
sentence B. All students receive the appeal to be temperate and not to jump to conclusions in judging the new grading system.
Yes. All students received the appeal or request or application or demand to be temperate. It means actually moderate here means moderate and not to jump to conclusion means
jump to conclusion means
I told you last session.
It means that you just attention to the end of something, to the result of something.
No, it means you come to a conclusion in a hasty way. You don't evaluate the situation well enough before actually making your final decision.
Got it.
So it is a sign of immaturity. It means those who jump to a conclusion cannot be mature people. They are immature. You know immature?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So the students were requested not to jump to conclusion in judging the new grading system, because actually there was a kind of new evaluation system or grading system, and the students were exposed to that system and they were asked not to make hasty decisions on that. Let it just go on for a while and then we could make a decision on that. This is the request that was made. Clear?
Got it. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, please.
Okay. Sentence C. Mrs. Rollins commended her class for their temperate attitude when she announced the extra assignment.
Yes, Mrs. Rollins commended her class for their temperate attitude when she announced the extra assignments. So she was about to overload or overburden the students, and she just asked for more patience because class for the temperate attitude. Yes, temperate attitude means mild or moderate attitude. Don't go to the extremes. When she announced or introduced the extra assignments. Yeah, usually lazy students say, "Oh no, please," and this is too much, asking for too much, and